Hey my beautiful Capricorn peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your January 2024 tarot reading. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. I do want to mention before we start, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below if you want to book me there. But without further ado here, Capricorn, let's see what's up here, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. I want to wish you all a happy birthday and a happy new year coming on into Capricorn season. So let's see what's going on here, baby. Messages coming in here for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac. Moving on into January 2024. We did have a Hierophant randomly jump out for you. Hierophant is Taurus energy, so you could be dealing with a Taurus potentially, but I feel here with this Hierophant, it definitely could be representative here of what you've been devoted to. I think that seems to be a bit of a hot topic here coming into your month. It's like you're paying attention to your devotions, where you've been devoted, what you're devoted to, why you're devoted to certain things. I'm also hearing reassessment, so this could definitely be a time here where you're reassessing yourself. You're reassessing what you're putting your commitments into, your energies into, and what exactly is the reason for that. So it does feel like a reassessment here, and that comes from a form of awareness where maybe something may not be feeling right. So I feel like we got a lot on this card, so let's talk about it for a moment, Capricorn. Jumping into January 2024, the Hierophant, it is a time where you're reassessing yourself. Why am I invested in this? Because everything has to have a purpose, I feel, jumping into your month, and you want things that you're invested in to feel, purposeful. So certain relationships, certain hobbies, certain kinds of situations that you find yourself in on your path, if there are things negatively impacting you or negatively affecting you, what is the purpose of me continuing to put up with this and or invest into this situation? So you could be reassessing what's positively impacting you versus negatively impacting you. You may be looking at things that don't serve a purpose and asking yourself, why am I investing my time into them? And keep in mind, I don't want that to be an idea of, well, I do something that's fun, but it doesn't have much of a purpose. Fun is still a purpose, so do keep that in mind. But if something has no added benefit to you, if something isn't serving you positively, then these are the types of things I feel that you're going to become aware of that may need your release here at this time in January 2024. Yeah, I wanted to preface that because some people could be like, well, I like doing certain hobbies in my spare time. There's not much of a purpose for that. It doesn't make me money, or it wastes my time. Guys, at the end of the day, if you're doing something you love and you're having fun with it, you're not doing something that has no purpose or meaning. The purpose there is fun, and at the same time, you're getting a benefit out of it. Happiness, enjoyment, pleasure, etc. So those are not the things I'm talking about, but anything that has a no added benefit for you, you definitely will be checking in with coming into this month and realizing, yeah, it's probably time to detach from that here, jumping into January. So very interesting that that's what came up. Take that if it resonates, of course. Leave it if it doesn't, but let's go ahead and continue. What other information do we have here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus coming on in here to January 2024. Let's go ahead here and get it popping. Starting out with the overall energy, we have here the Fool card. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have the Knight of Swords, what you're dealing with. We do have here the Knight of Cups, and looking at the current outcome for the month, we have here the Nine of Cups showing up here as well. The Fool is an indicator of a new beginning, so I think jumping into the month of January, it feels new, right? Of course, we're in that energy of New Year's, so there's a new year, it's a new year, new you, right? We hear that stuff all the time, but I definitely get the sense here that you're feeling good. It feels like there's a nice sense of a restart for you. Maybe 2023 wasn't the year you feel was necessarily the year for you. Maybe you felt like 2023 was challenging, so it's nice to kind of hit the reset button. It's nice to refresh with that Fool card. Now, having a look at the current energy, Knight of Swords, definitely a time of action coming into January 2024. I feel like you're ramped up. You have a lot of energy. You're going to notice that as well. And when I say a lot of energy, can be physical too. Like you could physically feel way more energized than you've previously felt. This could be due to having better rest, better sleep. Maybe you're managing how much mental energy you're exerting, because believe it or not, if your mental energy is drained, it can drain your physical energy as well. So I do feel like you're much more energized here. You're ready to go. You're ready to take action. Having a look at what you're dealing with, we got here a Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is investments. Now remember, we touched base with the Hierophant previously about how you want to make better investments. If you're investing in something with no added benefit, or if these are things that are dragging you down rather than lifting you up, this is the perfect time to look at some new things to invest into that are going to bring in really good benefits and things that serve you. So Knight of Cups coming in for you guys, jumping into the month of January, says, I'm focusing on putting my energy into the best investments as possible. Having a look at the outcome, here comes satisfaction. Having a look at the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups here is representative of feeling satisfied, feeling happy with what you've invested into. So Capricorns, I think that starting out into this month here in January, the major focus and the main situation is it feels like a fresh start. I can do what I want. I can put my energy anywhere. I can put my investment anywhere. I can take action anywhere. So why don't we do whatever is going to be best for me? And why don't I start focusing on what would be best for me? Why don't I start researching what would be best for me? Why don't I start keeping my options open and really seeing what's out there? So there's a massive, good amount of positive energy, of motivation, and of course, passion and excitement. It's almost like an Ace of Wands is here. We just haven't seen it yet. All right, let's move forward though. Let's see what may be showing up in your challenge aspect for the month here of January. What is showing up in the potential challenge here for Capricorn throughout January 2024? And what do we have? We have here the Hermit. Hermit card showing up here could be a card that represents detachment. Excuse me, guys, my apologies. Do bear with me today. But the Hermit card showing up here could be a card that represents detachment. It can also be a card, however, that can represent wisdom. So I think for you guys, the biggest challenge you've had is the wisdom in the sense of what is the wise path? What is right for me? What's not? Where am I supposed to go? I feel like some of you could be seeking wisdom. By the way, the Hierophant actually coming out in the beginning. Hierophant can represent, a very faith-driven card or religious card. Some of you might be trying to find wisdom and faith. You might be kind of questioning your certain religious status in the month here of January, or questioning your faith and seeing what you align with more. Some of you may be opening up and expanding to a different kind of religious belief or faith-driven belief as well. Something to note, totally random, but take that if it applies. Either way though, the Hermit's like, what's been challenging is just knowing what's right for me and knowing where to go. So I think that's why you're so open in January, you know? The way to figure out what's right for you is to be open to all opportunity in general, because giving yourself the opportunity to experience more will let you figure out over time what's right, what's wrong, you know? So that's the best way we can do it in our lives, is by simply having experiences. The more experiences we have, the more we'll figure out what we like, what we don't like, what's for us, what's not for us. So we need that experience in general. So I think right now what you feel has been challenging is knowing what's the righteous path, knowing where to go forward. But in due time here in the month of January and so on and so forth, you're going to be figuring this out here, Capricorn, by following this model of I'm going to be open to new experiences, which is great. And if something feels positive, I'm going to put my energy into it as well. So yeah, you guys are on the right path here for sure. Let's have a look and see what you can expect jumping into January 2024. What can Capricorn expect here throughout this time? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for January 2024. First card out is going to be the Moon card. Taking a look here at the next card, Capricorns, we have here the Three of Wands. We also have here the King of Wands. And lastly, we have an Empress card and we have a Four of Swords. So looking at what you can expect here into the month, we have here the Moon card and we have here the Three of Wands. Moon card is representative of your feelings, your emotions, whether the, tide is high or the tide is low, you're checking in with how you're feeling. So I feel like awareness of your feelings is going to be very important, and a lot of you guys are bringing that to the forefront of your awareness. However, Three of Wands showing up here, you're also bringing into your awareness what you feel is lacking, what you'd like to feel more. So it's quite interesting because it's like, here's what I feel, here's what I'm experiencing, here's what I haven't been feeling, here's what I'm not experiencing, but maybe desire to experience as well. So you're not just paying attention to the abundance, you're also paying attention to the lack in the month here of January. And by looking at what it is you're lacking, I feel like that's creating a correlation of desire so that you may be driven to make lack become abundance. Now, Capricorns, what I mean by this is that if something feels like it's missing in your life, but you would like to have it, you'd be interested in having it, you feel driven to make that happen. Maybe you feel like you're lacking in the finances. Maybe financial stability doesn't seem what you've been having and experiencing. So therefore, if I've been lacking financial stability, I'm interested in finding and creating financial stability going forward. If I feel like I've been lacking love or genuine interest, I'm ready to explore my options and find interest. So this is going to be a time here in the month, guys, where it's not just focusing on what you're feeling and saying, this is just simply all I'm going to experience. It's about looking at what you feel like you haven't experienced yet and seeking out those experiences and creating them into your reality, which I think is powerful as fuck. So I'm really liking this energy so far, Capricorn. Maybe you're saying to yourself, you know what? I've always felt like I've never had like a really stable friendship with somebody. Maybe I'm ready to seek that out. Maybe I'm ready to be open to meeting new people when it comes to friendship. Maybe I'm going to be open to being more trusting towards people, getting to know people, getting to, dive deep into our friendship and connection. So it's a very interesting time for you. I really like it. Looking at the Empress card, you're ready to grow, baby. 2024 is about the glow up, man, especially coming into the first month, which is January. So you're definitely on a glow up vibe. You're on a glow up timeline. Yeah, looking at the next card here, Four Swords, like whatever needs to be put to rest here, you're leaving that shit in 2023. Jumping into January, it's all about what do I feel is missing from my life? And you figure it out. Now the next step is, how are we going to make it happen? How are we going to create it moving into this month of January? So it looks pretty damn good here so far, Capricorn. Now this is what I have here for the main situation so far. Let's jump into some other areas of your life for the month of January. So I'm going to have a look here at your career, your love life, and your personal life. So let's have a look and see what's showing up there for you. First and foremost, for career, what's coming up here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. During January 2023, Eight of Pentacles came out. We also have here the Three of Swords, and we have here as well the Queen of Pentacles. I think some of you guys may be coming to the realization here that you might want to separate yourself from your current workplace. You may be kind of itching to separate yourself from the type of work you're doing as well. So the line of work here could be changing. You may be considering right now, I need to go with what resonates with me more. Maybe you're doing something that you have zero interest in, you're doing something that you have zero passion for, and you're realizing, yeah, this is another thing to add to the list of what's not actually serving me at this time in my life. So there could be changes. There could be adjustments happening here. I want to switch up my line of work. I want to look for something that suits me rather than doing something that doesn't. If you're doing something that suits you, A, you're more motivated, B, you're more disciplined, C, you're happier doing it. And when you do things that you love, you also have the ability to make more money because it feels like there's a lively energy behind the kinds of work that you're doing, However, when you're doing things you don't like, there's more of a not so lively energy. You feel very demotivated. You could have trouble being disciplined. You could feel like you're not really, proud of the money that you're making because there isn't the pride behind the work and joy that you're doing, right? There's no pride and joy. It's like we're just doing a job. Right? So Capricorns, I think that for January definitely could be a time where you're looking to change and switch up your line of work here, especially if it's not in resonance with who you truly are and what you are about. Okay, so that could be a possibility. Moving forward into love, let's have a look here at single Capricorns first. What do we got here for the single Cappies, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. You already had a Judgment card come out. Sorry for the glare, guys. I'll be fixing this soon. I am recording this before Christmas, but hopefully when Christmas comes around shortly, I should have a solution so that we're not having all the glare on the cards. Something to nitpick about, but either way, sorry, guys. Moving forward, though, we got here the Judgment card coming out for you in regards to single Capricorn. So regarding love, it already feels like you're giving out chances. You're pretty open here about love, pretty open to connecting with people. Whatever happens. I also feel like you're not forcing it, though. That's what I heard pretty clearly, Capricorn. So it's like I'm not forcing love or anything of that nature. If it happens, it happens. For the following card, Two of Swords. For the last card, Two of Wands. Yeah. Two similar cards, but slightly different. Two of Swords is about feeling indecisive. I think there's a part of you that's been wondering, should I actually put myself back out there? If you're a single Capricorn, you've been wondering that. You've been kind of asking yourself, is it worth it? Should I try it? I feel like the Judgment here says, screw it, I'm going to try it anyways. So I think that you start off feeling kind of indecisive if you want to be open to love again or not, but you eventually end up doing it. The thing is the Two of Wands here says the only way a doorway is going to be open to love is if I'm open to that doorway, which is 110% correct. If a person's super closed off and they want a boyfriend or, a girlfriend or some sort of romantic partner, they're not going to be able to have that experience if they're not open to getting to know people, connecting with people so that that path can all align and work out the way it need be. So the point blank period is that if we're not opened up to experiences, we're not going to have them. We're going to be stagnant and we may wish for what we want, but we're not putting ourselves in a position to receive what it is that we want overall. So Capricorns, for you single peeps here, you're saying, you know what? If love happens, it happens, but I need to be in a position to receive. And if I'm not in that position, it's never going to happen. So screw it. I'm open. we'll see what happens. You know, I'm open is what I'm feeling for you. Are there any advancements coming in for single Capricorns as they're open at this time? Are there any potential candidates? Sounds like a dating show. It reminds me back in the day of like Tyra Banks and her dating show. I don't know why that's what came on my mind right now, but I don't know what it was called. I just remember watching that shit growing up with my mom and my sister. Yeah, they would have those dating shows and like Tyra would pick somebody. I don't fucking know. Either way though, who's the potential candidates, or are there potential candidates? We have a Tower coming out. Tower card here could be a Scorpio. We also have here the Emperor, could be an Aries as well. Ooh, I feel like there could be some potential candidates coming in here, Capricorn, but you want to be mindful because I think that they come on a bit too strong. Capricorns naturally are very strong. So with that being said, a Capricorn is going to be the person who is the backbone, who's the rock. Capricorns have the tendency to basically have big dick energy, if you will. So when somebody else comes in packing big dick energy and your big dick is there too, it's a little hard to resonate, right? It's like there's only room for one BDE, right? One big dick energy in this situation, in this relationship. So I get that sense for you guys. I know that sounds silly what I was saying, but I get that sense for you guys in the month here of January where it's like it's a little tough. So you might be avoiding people who are coming off a little bit too strong. You might be looking for somebody who's a little less and not more. Okay, if that makes sense. Yeah, if it resonates, you're catching my drift, baby. If you're like, Ant, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, ignore me. Moving forward though, Capricorn, yeah, I'm getting that sense here. You want to connect with somebody who isn't too much or as much. It's like, you know, there's one room here for one BDE, okay? Point blank period. So single Capricorns, candidates are coming around, but I don't feel like you may be interested if their energy is in this Emperor position. So with that being said, you're still open to other opportunities, but that's good though, because you have a clear sense of what you don't want, which is a good thing to know. All right, moving forward, coupled Capricorns. Let's take a look. What do we got going on for you guys in January 2024? What's showing up here for coupled Cappies? Knight of Wands showing up. We got here a Star, and we also have here the Strength card showing up too. I like it. I feel like for the coupled Capricorns, there's definitely going to be an increase here in the strength of your relationship, the strengthening of your relationship. I think you and your person are starting to figure out exactly where the pieces fit together. What does that mean? That's what my guide said to me. We're figuring out exactly where the pieces fit together. If you have felt unsure about your person, even if you're married, Capricorn is what I'm hearing too. But if you felt unsure about your person, you're like, where do the chips fall? Where do the chips land? You know, are we actually a perfect fit? You might have been doubting or debating that within yourself for quite some time. But I think January 2024 opens that up to you that, yeah, this is my person. And you're going to have an experience that really strengthens the bond between you and your person and allows you to see just how perfect the two of you tend to fit together. So that's what I'm seeing showing up here for coupled Capricorns, like especially if you've been feeling a bit of energy of inconsistency, if you've been feeling on and off or in and out about your partner, you haven't been sure, there's been doubts, I feel like you're going to get the clarity that you've been looking for. Yeah, Four of Cups reverse is actually a positive card to show up because if it was Four of Cups upright, this would be okay. Me and my person, we're tuning each other out. We're not the perfect fit. But considering that it came out in the reverse position, Four of Cups reversed here is representative of whatever I was thinking before isn't what I'm thinking now. I don't want to ignore my person. I want to be around my person. I want to be invested in my person. So I like that. All right. So for the coupled Capricorns, things are definitely getting figured out. Your relationship's moving to a stronger place than it's been in quite some time. And there's that sense of like, yeah, I do actually feel like we fit together quite well. And you're starting to see that and have that clarification, which is quite nice. Okay. Moving forward though, let's hop on into what's happening here with Capricorns at a bit more of a personal level for January 2024. So what do we got here for Cappies on a bit more of a personal level coming on into January 2024? First card out, it's going to be the Ace of Pentacles. Looking at the next card, we have here the Seven of Pentacles, and lastly, a Three of Cups. I love it, guys. I love it, I love it, I love it. So this is the energy, Capricorn, of taking opportunity. This month, in the month of January, in the brand new year, you're ready here to take up the opportunities. And these might be opportunities you've never seen before, but now you're recognizing that opportunity is all around you. You finally start to see that. I feel like you're awakening and you're opening up your eyes to the fact that there is opportunity literally everywhere, which is awesome to see. Seven of Pentacles, taking up those investments. Remember, in the main situation, I touched base with you guys. I was like, there are a lot of investments to make coming into 2024 as a whole and coming into the month of January. You're recognizing maybe you've made some poor investments in the past, but now you're interested in making some good ones. And I also think that you're recognizing, what do I feel like I'm missing in life? Like, what do I feel is an opportunity that's never been present for me? And now you're identifying what those opportunities are and you're creating them for yourself, which is freaking awesome. So with that being said here for Capricorn, 7 of Pentacles here, Ace of Pentacles, you're seeing the fact that you can create your reality. You're seeing the fact that you can create opportunities that maybe you don't have now, but if you want to make them and create them, you can. So you see the ability you have to create, and I see you making the investments in the things that are going to make you happy. 3 of Cups. So I feel like there's a major click showing up here. It's like a light bulb moment for Capricorns in the month of January 2024, where just everything makes sense. It's like, I used to maybe in the past complain about the things I didn't have, but I'm realizing now I can just be open to what I don't have. I can create what I don't have in my life, and genuinely I can start changing things up, and I can basically create something from a period of time where I didn't previously have it, you know? So I think a lot of you here are awakening spiritually too. You know, maybe you're getting into the path of law of attraction, you're getting into the path of creating, co-creating with the universe, or just creating your reality in general, writing your own story, however you want to go about it. You know, for some Capricorns watching, you might be watching this right now saying, I've never even watched your channel before, but I've been studying law of attraction, and here I am, and I'm like, oh my God, this reading resonates, the law of attraction resonates, and poof, here it is, I manifested you. Welcome in. For the 1 person or 2 people this resonates to, what I just mentioned. I talk about law of attraction all the time on this channel, something I heavily believe in. So happy to have manifested you. Come on down and stick around, hit the subscribe button, and we'll learn more in due time. All right? But yeah, I feel like for Capricorns overall, it's a good ass month, and I think it's a great introduction here to the brand new year. Let's check out the outcome. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Cappy? Coming on into January 2024, Capricorn's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have? Queen of Cups coming in. That's fantastic. And for the following card, the 7 of Swords. This is great because the 7 of Swords is such a massive card of doubt, okay? I know a lot of people can look at this as deception, lying, cheating, stealing. This could more so be the card of deceiving yourself, telling yourself that you can't do this, you can't do that. I feel like can't, won't, unable to, all these types of words are being completely thrown out of your vocabulary coming into this month. January 2024 is where Capricorns see that they are a lot more confident, or not, well, they're more confident, but a lot more competent is what I meant to say, than they've been giving themselves credit for. This is the realization that you've always had this power, and now it's getting activated. You've always had the ability to create something new. Now you're starting to see it in real time. Everything you've always told yourself in the past, everything you've doubted in the past, where you said, I can't do this, I can't do that, that's getting tossed out the window as you're now reinforcing just how powerful you are to make things happen in whatever way you wish them to happen. So Capricorns, you're seeing your competency, okay? And everybody is a lot more competent than they're giving themselves credit for, because the truth is, guys, is we live in a world of infinite possibilities, right? We can do anything we want to do, but we have to be willing to believe we can, and we have to be willing to put in that work. And I think that the major shift happening is going to be the shifts of your beliefs about yourself and about what you can do. And this month shows you a lot. I think it really starts to unlock things you never thought you could do before, you know, to put it in those types of words. All right, though, Capricorn. Sorry, guys, I got to clear my throat again. Thanks for bearing with me. Appreciate that. But with that being said here, Team Cappy, I appreciate you coming out here to your January 2024 tarot reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, smash that like button. It would be much appreciated. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. So if you're new, welcome in. I appreciate you coming around, hitting that sub button, and sticking around. Thanks so much for your love and support. As always, everybody, if you do want a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description box below if you want to book me there. But Capricorns, do have a great and amazing season. Happy birthday to the Cappy peeps. Happy New Year to each and every single one of you. And I will catch you all in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.